Welcome to another live stream watch-along reaction. Tonight we're watching and reacting to Orlando City SC versus Toronto FC match MLS 24 match 10. MLS 2024 match 10. Toronto looking for their 5th win of the MLS season. Their 6th win in all comps. They trying to overtake their MLS win total from last year and extend their overtaking of their all-season, all-comps win total from last year after coming off a 5-0 loss against Simcoe, or 5-0 win. They handed Simcoe County Rovers a 5-0 loss. I'm still not used to Toronto winning recently. It's fun to win, but it's kind of 5-0. It's been a long time. Normally, we're on the other end of those recently. Nice. Predictions for El Clásico Tapatio in this match. This match, Toronto wins 3-1. El Clásico Tapatio, Chivas Ratlas. Chivas Ratlas. I got Chivas winning 3-0 because, I mean, Ratlas are just bad right now. Yeah, we'll go with it. We'll go with it. How we doing, Winpo? Have good luck tonight. You're going to need it. How we doing, Henry? And here we go. My stream's rolling. Oh, come on. Not now. Okay, we're good. We're good. It went out for a second. I was like, not now. Save that for after the match, please. Wi-Fi, please. Starting 11s are as follows. For Orlando City, in goal, we got Pedro Gaese. The back four, Rafael Santos, Robin Janssen, David Brecalo, Dagerdan Thorhalsen, Walter Cartagena, Cesar Araujo, Ivan Angulo, Facundo Torres, Martin Ojeda, and Duncan Maguire. For Toronto FC, in goal, we got Sean Johnson. The back three is Sigurd Rawsted, Kevin Long, Nixon Gomes. The midfield four, Raul Petretta, Alonso Cuello, Davy Flores, Jaquil Marshall-Ruddy, Federico Bernadeschi, Jonathan Osorio, Prince Owusu up top. Damn. Gustavo says, Vamos Orlando. Saludos. Welcome. Hit that like button. Let's get this one going. Super chats are on as well. Hit that subscribe button. Let's push on. Toronto looking for their 5th win of the MLS season, 6th win all comps. Orlando hasn't been playing well recently. They're beatable. It's just true. Damn. Yeah, the Arena Football League is just, it is what it is. That's all I could say. Orlando City. Thought Mob took the freaking table and results off the freaking page. Orlando City only have 2 wins, 3 draws, 3 losses. They've allowed 15. They've scored 10, -5 goal differential, 9 points. Toronto is 4 points better than them, which isn't far. 638, as always. 638, as always. I think Orlando has bad designated players. They don't do anything. Like, they changed the Fought Mob website a little bit, like the day after the Canadian Championship match. They took the table off the match page and the results. So you have to, like, go into the team page to look at the table and all that, which just really sucks. It's nice to see that, like, live table. That was a bad decision. Fix it. Yeah. I'd like to go on one of the team pages. It said 40 on Orlando City site. Well, it's close enough. 38-40. It's only 2 minutes. Tomato, tomato. Tomato, tomato. Makes sense to me. Got some of these yesterday or 2 days ago. I won't eat them on camera, but I'm just showing because they were right on my desk. Charleston chews are amazing. Don't know why I did that, but I just did. Well, with that being said, the stream is on Apple TV now. Charleston Chew bars. Well, they're like little, not the big ones. They're the minis. I don't know how to put them. I mean, morsels. How we doing? Morsels, I guess. They're not bars, but they're not. I don't know how to put it. Because I know they have bars. I like the minis more. Orlando City hosting Toronto. Starting 11 for Orlando once again. Gaese, Santos, Jansen, Brecalo, Thorhalson, Cartagena, Araujo, Angulo, Torres, Ojeda, Maguire. What's up? They've been bottlers for like a month now. They've had a really bad month. I think, yes. I don't think Blank expected Atlanta to take a quarterback, especially like Michael Penix, after they signed Kirk Cousins to like a 3-year, $80 million deal or whatever it was. So I think, yes, there was a confusion at least. Sean Johnson, Gomes, Long, Rosted, Petretta, Coelho, Flores, Marshall, Ruddy, Osorio, Bernadeschi, Owusu for Toronto. I agree, honestly. And Arsenal is... So that's the bad news. Oh, no. That is the bad news. Don't you know? Man City will probably win the league. I saw that. It's sad how it's ending for Liverpool, the Klopp era. Speaking of Arsenal, they play tomorrow against Tottenham. Man City plays tomorrow as well. News 12, New York. Los Jugadores de Orlando y Toronto. I don't like that. That's not right. Prince Owusu is the player to watch for Toronto. For Orlando, it is Facundo Torres. Toronto wearing their white, Orlando wearing their purple. Robert Taylor and Campana back from Miami. They needed them. Prem will be boring with our downfall. No punishment for Varchester City, who pays refs every season. Farmers League. I'm about to move on. I told you the Prem sucked. I've been telling you the Prem sucks. I've been telling you it's not worth the time. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in talks over 2026 World Cup job, says Fop Mob. This must be the Canada report. Must be. Must be. So it finally hit Fop Mob 2 hours ago. I heard this 2 days ago. It's got to be Canada. Yeah. Canada are interested in hiring Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Teams are walking out, ready to go. But again, MLS and CONCACAF are just way more entertaining than the Prem. May not be more quality, but it's more entertaining. But Serie A is a better league anyway. I've been saying Serie A was the best league in Europe. I've been saying it. I just read, I'm hearing that some New England Revolution players are dealing with food poisoning ahead of tonight's game against Inter Miami. Huh. I don't know whether to feel sorry for them or laugh. Honestly, both. It sucks that you have food poisoning. I don't know why. This just feels like a very big excuse. It just seems like a very, what's the word? Extreme excuse. It's like, oh, I can't admit our players are in all messy, so I'm just going to say, hey, they all have food poisoning. Nobody will tell the difference. Nobody will tell the difference. Maybe want to puke on the field anyway. Liverpool are getting Feyenoord, boss. Imagine Santi Jimenez to Liverpool. Honestly, I would love that. He's better than Darwin. Santi Jimenez is better than Darwin Nunez. I don't care what you say. He is better than Darwin Nunez. Jimmy. Do it. Hell, I'll buy a freaking Santi Jimenez Liverpool kit. I'd do it. I'd do it. I'd do it. I might as well join you in MLS's Serie A since the more competitive ones of Serie A not being dominated by Juve. Exactly. Sadly, Leverkusen probably only got one more year. Oh, by the way, they're still unbeaten. Another 90-plus minute goal saves their streak. Jesus Christ. They're really just edging people now, aren't they? What? Are the eye bags smaller or whatever? What is it? What is it? This feels scripted. What, Leverkusen? See you, Rory. Enjoy your game. Sometimes they're greener, sometimes they're browner. They're like hazel, or I should say grayer. It depends. Like my eyes are greenish hazel. Sometimes they're more green, sometimes they're more gray. It changes sometimes. Depends on the light and all that. Sometimes they're deeper green, sometimes they're grayer. Sometimes they're browner. I don't know why. There's still Winvo and other people. Well, at least they got Robert Taylor back in Campana. But again, if Leverkusen are still unbeaten going into the DFB Pokal final, I will cover that final. I want to see them go unbeaten all year and win 3 trophies. Might as well. They deserve it. Waiting for the game to start. Xabi Alonso Magic, similar Xavi, but greater when they first came to their respective clubs. Leverkusen won their first, which is best. True. Game about to kick off. Orlando 2-3-3, 4-4-1 for Toronto. 2-0-2 in their last 4. Orlando's had a better run of form in their last 4. Toronto's won 1-3. It's been 1-3-0, but Toronto's starting to bounce back. Of course, you have the Simcoe win in there as well. 10 goals for, 9 goals against, 15 goals against, or 10-9 for, 15-12 against. This might be harder than we expected. Armando Villarreal is the center ref. Kevin Terry, the VAR. Corey Richardson, Logan Brown, Brad Jensen, the ARs in 4. Orlando wearing purple, Toronto wearing white. You should win the Pokal. The question is the Europa. I will be live for the Europa League final. unknown third-tier Germany club. I mean, Kaiserslautern is not unknown. They're known if you know German football. If you know German football, you know Kaiserslautern. You do. I mean, let's not act like they're unknown. Come on now. 4 seconds to kick off. Hey, it was 40. You were right. Here we go. Ojeda to kick off. Leagues Cup is a useless tournament no one likes. I like it. And we're off. If anything can give my team a spot in Champions Cup, I like it. Rosted. Cleared up to the higher up the pitch. Prince Owuzu. Free kick for Orlando to start. Playing forward. Orlando at the back. See you at the half. See you. Rafael Santos plays forward. Good, good, good. You got Toluca or Cruz Azul. Cruz Azul. They're good right now. Real good. 49th second into the first minute. Toronto header. And Jansen is down. Jansen is down. Coelho takes him down. So, 1 minute. Jansen playing forward. Owusu pressing. Earned the starting striker job after the past couple of weeks. Deservedly so. Good play. Davy Flores up the pitch. But if you're the champions of some, whatever, but it's Champions Cup. If you win a cup, you're a champion. Huh. You want to play with words? I can play with words too. Cross in. 2 minutes in, Toronto playing forward. Two minutes. 0-0. 0-0. They make second division tournaments like UEFA does. What? You just want one tournament? Besides, I mean, let's be honest. I think MLS and Liga MX had CONCACAF by the balls. Like, they had to bend to the will. Like, if Leagues Cup wasn't a thing, Champions Cup would be absolutely irrelevant. MLS is going to do Leagues Cup either way. And Mexico was going to do Leagues Cup either way. See, CONCACAF bedded it into their tournament ecosystem, which was smart. It was either you bet it in, you still have Champions Cup, and you still see. Well, here's the thing. I mean, they had the CONCACAF League, but they changed it to the Central American Cup pretty much and took out the Caribbean teams and Canadian team. CONCACAF League could easily been Champions Cup too. It really could have. But again, you have 3 separate fall championships that lead to the next spring championship and so on and so forth. I've never heard somebody say that. I have never heard somebody say, yeah, club football is boring. I'm waiting for the international break. It's normally the opposite. I don't hate the international break. I can understand why people say it's boring. But I never have heard somebody say club football's boring. I'm waiting for international break. I've never heard that before. Even before a big summer tournament, I've never heard that before. It's normally the other way around. 5th minute. You're just following the crowd, man. Your broadcast won't work. What the hell? You're watching third party, Winvo? I got Apple TV. It's working just fine. I don't think Apple TV is localized to the point where yours would suck and mine would do fine. So you must be watching third party. You must not have Apple TV and you must be watching third party. My question is how? Not that it matters, but my question is how? Well, have to use iScore. Oh. Well, that's how you watch it. Yours is a Chinese website. Oh. That makes sense. If you're going to pirate some off Apple TV, which is a hard thing to pirate, it's going to be somebody who doesn't give a shit about pirating. Who's not afraid of pirating. Morocco doesn't even have Disney Plus yet. Oh. Yeah. Sixth minute, 0-0. Why don't expand this tournament to 32 teams? Buys are stupid. You know what? I wish there was a round of 32. I mean, you still would have got the same effect if you did a round of 32 down to 16, then 8, then 4, then you still would have got the same effect. You know what? You have a point. Similar idea, probably would have been better instead of 27. 32 would have been nicer, but I guess if you win bigger trophies, they wanted to reward teams for winning bigger trophies, at least in their eyes. Like Leagues Cup, MLS Cup, Liga MX, best Liga MX champion, or bicampeonato, depending on the situation, Central American and Caribbean Cup. But then again, well, if you did a round of 32, you would definitely probably only get one Central American team at best in the round of 16. Nixon Gomes, the right center back. Defender, plays in a back three. Who we thought would be the Richie replacement until Richie came back, but has basically been the Richie replacement due to the injury of Richie Larea, but he's played pretty well. So I guess it all panned out the way where it could have had. No Nani for Orlando, no party. Same with Javinko. Well, I mean, here's the funny part about Orlando. They've honestly had their best seasons without Nani. Ironically enough, they've had their best seasons without him. They only, made the playoffs once with him? 2021, they made the playoffs without. 22, they made the playoffs without. Owusu, Prince Owusu puts it over the bar. 23, they made the playoffs without. He was there in 2020. 19. No, they didn't, because it was NYCFC, New England versus Atlanta, or Atlanta versus New England, Red Bull versus Philly, Toronto versus DC. Yeah, they didn't in 2019. New England scored what? Give them food poisoning every week then. Yeah, you're right about. Yeah, honestly, I have no defense on that one. Yeah, you're right. MLS is sort of a joke if Miami's first in the conference, but it's crap. It's a weird league. You have a point. 10 minutes in, Orlando playing forward. Prince Owusu dropping back. Man, that dude loves pressing. I love it, man. Miami down 1-0 and struggling quite a bit. Still top. Yep. Definitely helps they got to play an extra game. If you remember, they played the first Wednesday of the season. So they're ahead. They have a game in hand, or everybody has a game in hand on them at least. At least I think that's still the case. I know Toronto has a game in hand on them, which is funny enough considering Toronto won't even play on decision day. Owusu. Prince Owusu still, and he finally loses the ball. Man, he was making a good run. He just couldn't whittle his way through. Damn. Thought he had it. Yeah, he kind of had. Nixon had to pull him down. That's a yellow card and a free kick. Had to do it. Facundo Torres gets pulled. Free kick right at the edge of the box. France versus Canada prediction. 3-1 France. Or Duncan McGuire got pulled. Torres isn't happy with the call. Free kick. Gomes gets a yellow card. But he had to do it. He had to pull him. He had to. Or we were going to get cut in behind by Duncan McGuire. I don't think he made a bad decision, as long as he doesn't get sent off. Mbappe hat trick? No. Mbappe probably gets one. I say Griezmann gets one. If Giroud's still playing, he gets one. Yeah. Or Chouameni. Yeah. 12th minute. Free kick taken over the bar. Mbappe and Griezmann masterclass. Yes. Is it raining? Yeah, it's raining. Goal kick, 13th minute. Thuram and Kolomouani making it better. No, because the Euros are, maybe you mean like September. I think they start in September, the World Cup qualifiers for Europe. Weather service. I mean, this can't be severe, but whatever. 13th minute. No, it's just rainy. Up, 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 up. What? Mean the draw. Oh, yeah, okay. That doesn't help me. Drop Rabiot to Upamecano any day makes team 10 times better. It's still a friendly, though. Playing forward. Flash flood warning. What do they mean? Is AW at 8? I don't know. I don't watch the Pissant Company. I don't watch that Pissant Company. I have no idea and I have no care. Rodrigo Schlegel about to come on for Orlando. You know, don't really see any. Signature. After the TFC game's over. Whatever's left, I'll watch after the TFC game's over. Anybody they created is bad. Of course, John Moxley and Daniel Bryan aren't. And Sasha Banks, but they came from WWE. Oh, and Edge and Christian. But Jungle Boy sucks. The Young Bucks suck. Kenny, you know what? I do still like Kenny Omega. I won't lie. Hangman, Adam Page, sucks. I won't watch AEW for less than $2,500 a week. Or $2,500 a week. Pay me. You have to pay me to watch. Who am I kidding? No, I think there's a price. Brecolo is off for Schlegel. No, there's a price. There's enough people that I still like that I'm fine with being paid to watch the shit part of it. I mean, you still got Moxley and Bryan and Cesaro, Samoa Joe. Yeah, I can handle watching the shit parts of it to watch the people I like if I'm being paid $250,000 a week to watch. Yeah, that works for me. I did enjoy watching the clip of Tony Khan getting pile drived and beat up. That was hilarious. Saved by Sean Johnson. He got winning the FIFA Club World Cup. Real Madrid's in there. Real Madrid. 16th minute. 0-0. That's what I thought. Any big upsets that tournament for you? As of now, no. But again, let me look at the landscape closer. When everybody's in there, Coelho. Miami's winning it. Of course, they bullshit their way into that tournament and win. I wouldn't be surprised. Jaquil Marshall, Ruddy Cross. You know what? That wouldn't surprise me. Because that's how the world works, doesn't it? Saying France, when they got disappointed in Nations League, you know what? I think France will be just fine. I didn't say they'd win the Euros, but I think they'd be just fine. Well, no. They got Retegui. He's starting to come into his own. Spalletti's a good manager. Chiesa's back. We could shock some people. It's not like it's it's possible that Italy shocks some people. I would be with that. I'd be down for that. Nobody thought they'd win the 2021 Euros, and they did it. I'd say right now this team is just as good on paper, if not better, than the 2021 team going in. You know, if Scamacca got chosen, that would be great as well. But I trust Spalletti. Facundo Torres. Cross, header, good clearance, and it goes straight back to Torres. Sean Johnson to pick up. That'll be a goal kick. I said going into 2021, not going into the freaking final. I had a good feeling they'd win the final. The way they were playing in that tournament in 2021, when they got to the final, I was like, yeah, England ain't done shit. I was like, Italy has actually wowed me. They've actually done some really good things. England got lucky by the draw. I mean, England had the easiest road to a final ever. And it wasn't like they were playing France or Spain. They were playing Italy, who proved themselves, but were still, in the minds of some people, underdogs. You know, but going into the day of the final, I was like, yeah, Italy's winning. I had no thought. Like, I did not think England was going to win that day. No, because I wasn't sold. They still scored early, but then they blew it. Still lost on penalties, but they blew it. Hungary has more chance of beating France and Italy. No. I mean, Hungary's good right now, but no. 20th minute, 0-0. Playing forward. Playing forward. Torres. Cross blocked away for a corner. He was offside, actually. Oh, well, goal kick then. Good. '21st minute. Still 0-0. Toronto defending well. They've had some good offensive chances. I'd say the game's been half and half. Nobody's really started dominating. Nobody's really taken the front foot. Teams have had, it's been their chess match, really. We cover Mexico games, Copa America. Yes. I think I've got at least, well, I'm doing every game, almost every game in the group stage, considering how it's falling. I'm at least doing 2 in the group stage. I think I'm doing all 3. If memory serves me correctly. I mean, I have my schedule, but if memory serves me correctly. 23rd minute. Nil. Boom, 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 boom. Header. Mexico's getting smoked in Copa America. Possible. I won't say they will. Cross cleared. Jaquil tried to make some out of that. Header down. Bernadeschi gets it to Rolstead. Back to Bernadeschi. Bernadeschi. What games said you would cover during the Euros? Italy versus Croatia. Italy versus, I think, Albania. I think. But mostly Italy games. I'm at least doing 2 of Italy's group matches. At least 2 of them. I know the Croatia one. Cross in. Save. Ochoa's still the keeper. Because I'd be stupid not to do the Italy-Croatia game, since one's my team and the other, the Croats, just love me. That can change. Which part? You really think Malagon's going to start at Copa America? If that's what you're talking about? Listen, Jimmy Lozano would not do that. I mean, should he? Yes. Yes, he should. I think you're stupid to start Ochoa, because I just don't think he has it anymore. I think Malagon's the better goalkeeper right now. But who are we kidding? Ochoa is looking for his 6th World Cup. True. It's going to hurt. Not going to happen with Malagon. What'd I just say? I said should, but he won't. What did I just say? 25th minute. "25 minutes in, 0-0. Rafael Santos. "26th minute. Villa were awful against Chelsea. It's funny, the men drew and the women got robbed today. Or, yeah. Goal kick for Sean Johnson. I have no idea. I didn't even know about that till now. 26th minute. Televisa's so biased when it comes to America, and even that won't get Malagon in front of the net. Playing forward, Bernadeschi. Header. Still, that's a foul. Free kick. "26-41. 0-0. Good. Can Toronto get a win? Sort of a boring game. Playing chess. "27-01. Orlando playing the ball around the back. Janssen. TFC, no. Ha 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 ha. Bernadeschi over the top to Owusu. Prince Owusu. Ah. Damn it, you had me going. I was like, damn it, let's go. Then Owusu gets dispossessed at the last second for a corner. I mean, that kind of was a little bit of a hard chance, but you got to get those. I swear. So I guess what? You're like a second ahead? Saying we will win. Oh. After that, I don't know. Gold Cup 2025 about to be stupidity. I'm ready to watch it, though, and cover it and enjoy it with all of you. 0-0 header. Good clearance. Petretta, the last man back. Yeah, I don't like that. Yeah, I don't like that, to be totally honest. But okay. .12 expected goals for Toronto, .03 for Orlando. So we are the better team right now. Barely, but just barely. Okay. It's better than the last time we were in Orlando. Holy shit. Why not wearing this jersey that day too? Ironically enough. I think so. Last time we were in Orlando. I didn't say that, but if it was Italy, I won't really complain about it if it was Italy or Japan. If it's Qatar or Saudi Arabia, or of that ilk, I guess. Yes, but I wouldn't enjoy it. But if it's Italy or Japan, I'm not complaining. I win either way. Well, at least if it's Canada versus Italy or Canada versus Japan, I win either way. Nice. Good luck, man. Good luck. Ojeda. Cross, picked up by Sean Johnson. That'll be a goal kick. Mexico fans don't help either. What do you mean by that? 30th minute, 0-0. Playing forward. 31st minute. Who played better? Toronto's just slightly the better team by numbers. They have more expected goals. They have more completed passes. I would say Toronto slightly the better team. It's very tight. It's very tight. This is a chess match, but right now I'd say Toronto slightly has the edge. Will they make anything out of it, though? Coelho, Bernadeschi, Federico Bernadeschi, cross, out for a goal kick. 32nd minute. .30. So if Gold Cup is France, I will laugh. I don't think that'll happen. That I don't think will happen. 32nd minute. There are fans out there who refuse to look at the reality of the team sucking. That is true. That is true. But, I mean, there's always going to be some fans that are like, you know what? Things could be better. Bernadeschi goes down. And they're going to call a penalty? No. Offside. Why was Orlando pissed off? Probably saw the ref running and being like, oh, that's not a pen. Bernadeschi's offside. Nah. No. I think he got played on. I honestly think Cartagena played him on. But okay. Not that he scored anyway, but he still went down in the box, and you could arguably call that a penalty. You know, okay. I don't know about you, but I think he got played on. But that's just the first part of it. They're checking on VAR. Yep. Goal kick or free kick. Yep. So he was offside. And doesn't matter if there was a penalty there or not. But I think he got played on. I don't like the call. I think he got played on. Playing forward. Owusu pressing. Prince Owusu's been playing well the past couple of weeks. He good. 34th minute. Go. Get in behind. Good. Corner. Goal kick? I don't exactly know how, but okay. All right. Sure. I'll take the bad call. That should be a corner. So we both got jobbed. How about it? As Maguire, Facundo Torres touched the ball. Maguire touched it once and got pulled down. Had he not gotten pulled down, he would have scored. Facundo Torres, he's been quiet. Messi scored. I'm not surprised. 1-1 between New England and Miami. Not surprised. 35th minute. 10 minutes left in the first half. $35 minutes, 0-0. Good play. Oh, no. Good touch. Chips over. Shaquille. Since Ochoa's not been playing, do you think they call him? They'll probably still call him because he's Ochoa. Facundo Torres is like a detective. He just sees the game. I mean, yeah, he does see the game well, but he hasn't really. Maybe he just waits for the perfect moment to touch the ball and it just hasn't been there. It is what it is. Speaking of, he's on it right now. Yep. Cross. Shot. Goal. Goal. And Duncan Maguire scores. 1-0. Speaking of, that's the perfect moment. That's the moment Facundo Torres wanted. And he got the cross in, and there you go. Orlando still runs on Duncan. He was bound to get it after that pull, and he got in there and tapped it away. I'm not surprised. I mean, he's onside. You should have done better, Sean. I don't know why. I mean, he's off when the ball's played to him, but okay. I get the look of it, but Duncan Maguire, 37th minute. Let's see if it stands. And it does stand. 1-0. At least it's not 4. Someone has to. Dunked on y'all. Of course he did. Yep. And now Orlando has an 81.7% chance of winning the match. We're going to lose today. That's what you're going to say. Would you rather watch TFC or the Maple Leafs? Honestly, it's pain either way. Who am I kidding? I'm setting myself up for pain either way. What does it matter what I choose? It's not like one's really better than the other. TFC's good sometimes, and sometimes they're not. The Leafs are playing the Bruins, and guess what? When they play the Bruins, they act like they start playing like kids who don't know how to play the game of hockey. Even when the Bruins on paper suck. So what do you want me to do? 39th minute. I don't like either, to be honest. As in, that's not a good word, not a good way to put it. I don't like either idea. Like, I mean, of course, both my teams, they both hurt to watch, though. What do you want me to say? Pain. It's just which one gives me more, or give me less, I should say. Yeah, that sounds about right. Plays forward. '40th minute. Clears away. All three DPs can play together at the same time. If you have three, they could all play together at the same time. Now, if you watch Toronto FC, you wouldn't think that's a rule. Like, there is a rule about how many DPs can play together. But no, we just have a lot of injuries. Huh. Hi-oh! 41st minute. Playing forward. 41st minute, 1-0. Damn. Tampa beat the hell out of Florida. Okay. Just one game, but okay. Playing forward. Shot past the post. Goal kick. Bernadeschi takes a shot, puts it wide. Yeah, Berno's just not going to get that goal, isn't he? He's freaking cursed at this point. Berno's cursed at this point. Man ain't going to get that goal. What the hell? Playing forward. Header. Oh! Goal kick. 23rd minute. Or 43rd minute. Blah. Mm. 1-0 Orlando. Gaiese has it. '45th minute. Really? Damn. Well, I guess for rich teams, that doesn't matter. For teams like the Revs, of course, that's probably why they don't have a third designated player spot, because Kraft is cheap. Robert Kraft is cheap. Bad giveaway. I get why they probably used it as a buy down slot, yeah. I guess the 150 probably comes from the budget charge, yeah. Salary cap. Header. Cartagena. Bernadeschi pushed off the ball. Torres. Free kick for Orlando at the 45th minute. Four minutes of stoppage time. Probably the injury led to that. 4 minutes of stoppage time in the first half. Free kick, Orlando. He got pulled off injured, Brecalo. I'm not sure what it was. He got pulled off injured, but he didn't look too injured. He looked like it was probably a cramp that he just couldn't continue with or something like that. Maybe out a couple of weeks, but every player's gone through that in their career. Every player's gone through that in their career. Are you going to stream Copa America when it happens? Yes. I'd be dumb not to, but of course I am. Of course I am. Of course I want to, don't get me wrong, but I'd also be dumb if I didn't. I'd be dumb if I didn't, so of course I am. Playing forward, 1-0 Orlando with 2 minutes to go in stoppage time of the first half. Thank God we got that cheap win against the Reds in Simcoe. Maybe we are just only better than Simcoe, Halifax, and New England. Somewhat. Well, no, I mean, we did beat Charlotte. So. Charlotte, New England. And playing forward. Plays in. Prince Owusu. Cross. And that'll be blocked. How do you feel about Frank Lampard becoming a Canada manager? Good for us. He said no. Because I don't want him being the Canada manager now. Ollie, I'm going to go with Ollie Gunnar Solskjaer. But shot, goal. And Duncan McGuire just dunked on us again. 2-0. No, he's offside. Good. Offside, Duncan McGuire. 1-0. Still. Oh, no, that was definitely offside. No, you can't even fool me there. He was offside. But banger of a shot, though. No, because they're horrible right now. We'll see what happens going into 25, but 2022 was their better chance. Or 2023 was their better chance, and they pissed it away. And it's halftime, 1-0. Luckily, it's not 2. 1-0 Orlando. And they're not happy. Pareja and his coaching staff. 1-0 at the half. See where Toronto is with a loss. 5th. Oh, we're still 5th with a loss. Could be worse. Could be worse. Could be worse. But it's halftime. It's 1-0 Orlando. We'll take a short break at the half, talk about the stats, get this one going, sit tight, we'll be back. Toronto ain't played too badly, but they just are the ones down. That's life, ain't it? Sit tight, be back. We're back for the stats at the half. Already answered that. All right. 54% possession to 46% possession. 2 shot to 3. 1 shot on goal to 1. 280 accurate passes, 88%. 225, 85%. 4 fouls, 8. 0 corners to 1. 2 shot to 3. 1 shot on goal to 2. 320 passes to 266, 88% pass accuracy to 85. We got 3 throws, 3. 2 offside to 2, 0 yellows to 1, no red cards on either side. Expected goals, .80 to .13. Well, that's the problem. 1-0, Orlando City. There we go. Oh, well, that's different. With that being said, oh, so they just put it into a tab. Okay. With that being said, Toronto, I think, are slightly the better team. I think they played well throughout this game. They just got a punch landed on them, and they haven't landed a punch. And they've been a bit unlucky, Toronto. They haven't landed their punches flush. Orlando did. They landed a punch flush. TFC's defense has been slightly questionable tonight. They've definitely let Duncan McGuire in behind a couple of times. Got pulled down once, scored once, and then got called offside just barely. But, yeah, Duncan McGuire legitimately single-handedly probably will win this game for Orlando because, of course, he will, because that's what he does. But is Toronto playing badly? No. I'm not mad with the performance. Bruins 1-0. Jesus H. Christ. I don't even know if I'll be able to do Game 5. Hell, I don't even know if I'll be able to do a game 6 and 7. This may not even get past 5. Well, at least the Leafs didn't get swept. With that being said, waiting for the second half to start. I mean, Toronto's been the slightly better team. They just haven't landed a punch. That's what I hate. They haven't landed a punch. They're not playing too badly. It's just not gone their way, and they're single-handedly losing to Duncan McGuire. But then again, why should I be surprised? One, it's Toronto. Second of all, Duncan McGuire. I'm not too shocked. But we'll see how the second half goes. They could pull this one back. Second half about to start very soon. Second half about to start. You think I'm not? There you go. Results are going our way. That's the good news. To where we'll still be 5th even if we lose. But as it stands, just checked before the half. It shouldn't have changed. Yep. New York beats Charlotte. Montreal is playing Columbus. Come on, Charlotte. Or come on, Columbus. Well, I mean, both things can be true at once. I mean, a 5-0 win is impressive when you ain't done that in a while, even if it's a nobody team and it was a cup win. But we're getting dunked on by Orlando. But we come back to get dunked on by Orlando because we just can't string together. Well, no, we did string together 2 wins. We couldn't string together 3. Even while playing well, we still just can't string it together because, well, one, it's hard to win on the road in MLS. Second of all, we're Toronto FC. I mean, what did you expect? That's not happening, probably. Second half about to start. Hold on, Columbus, beat Montreal, or just draw. Yeah. As it stands, we'll still be fifth with a loss and 1 point ahead of Orlando. Well, when Chicago plays Atlanta, then, well, 6, but still possible 6, but whatever. It's already playing. Atlanta draws 6th. Actually, no, it depends on the wins. We'll still be ahead of them on wins, even if they draw. So we hope for Orlando or Atlanta, Chicago draw, or Chicago win. Still be ahead of them on wins. Atlanta win would knock us down to 6th. Still not bad, though, but if we draw or lose. If we draw, we'll still be 5th. Even with an Atlanta draw. Atlanta win, still be 6th. 14, 15, 16. We'll be in the top 4 with a win. Or still 5th. Either way. Second half about to start. Not much room for movement. At least upward movement. Maybe we'll get the horrible sign to play the second half. It's supposed to be a core player after all. Osorio's not dangerous. His body reactions say it all. Maybe Bernadeschi should be the captain. I honestly agree with that. I agree. Bernadeschi, honestly, I get Osorio's been here for 11 years. I get it. Since 2013, I get he's been here for 11 years, but I hate to say it. I think he's washed. I think he got the captain's armband at the wrong time. Yes, if Bradley would have just realized he was crocked 3 years ago, Oso would have got the armband with a little bit more deservingness. Just because he's been the elder statesman and he's from the city, he's washed. Oso, he's been washed since that head injury. That's just really been the truth. I love Oso, but yeah, Bernadeschi, you could just tell. Like, he really wants that goal. He really wants to win. He has passion. You could tell. It's not going his way, and he's fighting for every inch. That's what a captain does. I mean, he still had passion from... I'd still say he showed the most passion last year, too, but I just... played forward. Oso's washed. He's washed up. I hate to say it. Playing forward. He's washed up. And if we could trade him for Jacob Schaffelbert, I don't know. Honestly, personally, if I was the manager, I'd try to swing a trade with Nashville for Jacob Schaffelberg. I'd be like, hey, you get our captain for Jacob Schaffelberg. I'd go for it. I mean, we already have Davey. And here's the problem. Oso's more of a number 8. I think the way we play our midfield doesn't lend to him looking any better anyway. I still think he's washed, but a number 8 should not be playing the number 10 role, especially a number 8 like Oso. Oso's more of a ball retention, good pass midfielder, but it depends on where the pass is. He can't ping down 30-yard assists like Pozuelo or Messi. He's not really – he's a good tap-in artist, but I've never seen him really smash in a shot, especially the past 3 or 4 years. Like his positioning is still good, but physically, mentally, he's still a good player. Physically, I think he's losing his athletic ability. He's still got great positioning. I've never questioned Oso's positioning, but I think he's definitely at times ran on his athleticism. I really do. And he's getting up there. He's losing his athleticism. Headers. And saved by Gallese off the corner. So the question for me is, we should have never let Schaffelberg go. We need a number 10. If we can't get Pozuelo back or get a guy like him, I think Schaffelberg would be the perfect number 10 because, to be totally honest, I think he could play the number 10 role. Winger or midfielder, that's where he should be. And I think he's kind of done it for Nashville. Sort of. Dual number 10s. But our midfield is not set up right. We have 2 number 8s and a number 6. And you could arguably say we got 2 6s and an 8. I love Davy Flores. I love Alonso. I really do. I think they're 2 great midfielders. And then we also have the question of what do you see Matty Longstaff as? I don't see him as a 10. And that's a lost ball by Prince Owusu. I mean, I don't really see him as a 10. I don't, personally. I see him as more of an 8, but more of a box-to-box Mateo Kovacic-like 8. Not what Oso is. We don't have a number 10. We don't have a creative midfielder, a true creative midfielder, and I think that's been a big problem for a couple of years, especially since Pozuelo's been gone. Because if you're going down the wings to create pretty much, they're going to be on your guys like Watt on Rice. I'm not saying we're not bad. I know we're not great. But if your 2 best players creation-wise are on the wing, or 3 of them, it's not the best situation to have. It really isn't, because if Bernadeschi and Insigne are your best players and they're on the wing, they could clog. They don't have to. Just because they could clog the wings, they don't have to be in the middle. Which, in theory, should give you better positioning to play the ball to your striker. But they just don't do it or take shots themselves. It's like they don't trust themselves, some of the lower-ranked players, to make something happen. They only trust Bernadeschi or Insigne or Richie, and 2 of them are hurt. It's a situation that I'm not really partial to, personally. We need a number 10 because if we need to get players off the wing. We do. Because they're just going to clog the wings with 3 players that play on the flank and the channel. They're going to fill that up. And that's where most of our creativity comes. Or at least in theory. And when you don't have a number 10 and you have no connection between your 9 and your midfield, and they're more connected to the wingers, but then they're basically absolute Watt on Rice in a bad situation. What do you want to happen? Seriously, I don't know why. And people are saying the number 10 position is dead, but I don't agree with that personally. I don't. I mean, let's just look at it. Lionel Messi is still the best player in the world. Number 10. Kevin De Bruyne on the best Premier League team. Whether by hook or by crook, Man City is still the best Premier League team. Whether they deserve to be or not, whether you want them to be or not, they are the best team in the Premier League. One of the best teams in the world. Kevin De Bruyne is still kicking as a number 10. And if not him, Jack Grealish. If not him, Phil Foden. My point being is this. You need, I don't care how much you want to say the number 10 position's dead in the modern game of football, you're a liar. Just because players rotate and move into different positions, especially in a system like Pep's or Klopp's, doesn't mean the number 10's a dead position. Yeah, Messi's the last classic number 10. I'll go there. Okay? I'll give you that. There's only a couple more classic number 10s, like a Pozuelo, like a Messi, like a De Bruyne. But here's the thing. Yes, there should be a lot of rotation. That's another thing I don't like about TFC. There's not enough rotation, not by changing of players, but positional rotation. Coelho needs to drop back more, play more of a Regista role, a Mascherano role, in my opinion. Davy Flores needs to push a little bit more. Gomes needs to tuck in sometimes because he could go forward, especially if he's not in the center. There are different positional rotations this team could do that would make this team look better. But again, John Herdman doesn't realize that. Now, you did just see Coelho drop, but that doesn't happen much. He's very good on the ball, Alonso. He is very good on the ball. So if we are past our halfway line, closer to our defensive end, he should have the ball in that back line. Then start playing it forward. Release the team forward. Because that's what it should be. And then you push up a guy like Gomes. You have Coelho drop back so you can push up Gomes because he's got a lot of pace. You can play him forward. Question is it in the midfield? Is it in the channel? Now, that is another thing. Again, I should have really got out those like mini magnets and that mini freaking whiteboard that I have. That would have really helped me right now. But with that being said, anybody following me? Or am I just whatever? With that being said, there needs to be more positional rotation on this team. There needs to be more movement. There's not enough movement. There's not enough midfield play. We need, I think, pushing a guy like Gomes up in the midfield at times with the pace that he has is a good stopgap. It's not exactly what you want to do all the time, but when you don't have a number 10, or maybe for now you would drop Bernardeschi into that 10 role. I mean, he can play wing back, he can play wing, he can play 10. Maybe you drop him into that number 10 role at times. Maybe you let him rotate into there and then let a guy like Richie Larea become a winger. Or Jaquil Marshall-Ruddy, which you've sort of seen that, but not really. I don't think they've gone too in deep with that. But you could. So, again, John Herdman, from what I can see, there are a couple of those positional rotations at times, but I think that's just the way the play brings itself to look. I don't think they've meant to do those rotations. Sometimes you do see Bernardeschi going centrally, letting Jaquil make the run, pull in, cut in. Sometimes you see that. Now, has it worked? To a certain extent, no, but you want more of that. You want those moves to be second nature. You want those moves to be second nature. You want to throw them off. When it comes down to it, advantage played. When it comes down to it, Petretta, you just don't see it. You just don't see it. How about the game? Same as it's always been. Toronto's not playing too badly. Orlando landed a punch, and now they're resting. Now they aren't throwing any punches. Toronto looks like the better team, but they're chasing the game. Pretty much all you're looking at. Switch to Miami. No. And you're also going to get my tactical explanation. See, I can be a manager. You think I'm joking when I say I can be a manager? No, I'm not. You think I'm joking? I got a lot of ideas in this brain. This big brain of mine. This pirate big brain of mine. I got a lot of ideas. Should I give them away for free? No. Derek Etienne Jr. about to come on for Toronto FC. The Haitian international Derek Etienne Jr. Did he take Latif's number? For Jaquil Marshall-Ruddy. Yeah, Jaquil's cramping up. That's not good. That's not good. See how Derek does. Come on, Derek. Prove some people wrong. But again, Raul Petretta gets a yellow card. Again, you need more positional rotation. This team needs more positional rotation. Plays forward. Derek Etienne Jr. Etienne Jr. going. Out for a throw. The useless comes on. I want him to score a goal just to prove you wrong. Do you know Dustin Rhodes has a school for wrestling? Yep. Him and Cody, the Nightmare Factory. And QT Marshall. And yeah. Derek Etienne Jr. down the center. Hey, look at that. And he doesn't get it to Petretta. I don't know if that's more on him or Petretta, but that's a bad way to end a play. Ladero coming on for Orlando, the former Sounder, for Ojeda. Playing forward. Good by Toronto. Bernadeschi with the backspin. That's the type of stuff you want to see end to no man's land. No man's land. 60th minute. '60th minute, 1-0. I would take a draw after this, I swear. Davy Flores, good header, right into no man's land to dagger Dan Thorhalson. Jesus H. Christ. See, this is what I'm talking about. See, this is the perfect explanation of what I'm talking about. No positional rotation leads to a Davy Flores header, not leading to the second ball being won. If there was any positional rotation, and that's a penalty, or his long down. Either way. Again, which might have just led to a penalty on the other end. Again, that header by Davy Flores, he had to catch up to it, still couldn't get Dagger Dan Thorolson. Listen. Again, that's a perfect example right there. No positional rotation leads to nobody there to win the second ball. Do they even know how to play football? Etienne, cut in. Drop in. Dude. Too wide. Long plays it right to Sean Johnson. Luckily, that didn't go into the net. 61st minute. Knowing Toronto, that could. Yeah, the boxer Garcia. Yeah, I've heard of him. I like him. I think he's a good boxer. Very talented. Good win as well. Last week. Could have been a couple of weeks ago. 62nd minute. I mean, seriously, it's mind-boggling. It is legitimately mind-boggling. The amount of no positional rotation this team has. And if it is, it's just instinctual. Like, it's not broken. It's not bedded into the team. Place at the top. Etienne Jr. blocked. Coelho, why are you standing there? 2 inches away from the ball. You just let it roll past you. Dude. Move. Movement. Movement's the key. They stand around like statues and freaking scarecrows. Move. I don't think it's just trying harder. I think it's also mental. I think it's also you bet in movement to the team. Like, I don't know how that wasn't instinctual, but the only rotations I see are instinctual. It's so rare, or it's so shotgunned, it's so scattergunned, the positional rotations that there are. Petretta puts it past. Because there are some positional rotations. I don't think they're Herdman's plan. I just think it's how the play developed. If the play develops in the right way, these players do know how to rotate into positions. Why the hell don't you do it all the time? Because I guarantee you, when it's not so obvious, the movement is the right movement to make. Just because it's so glaring that you make the damn move, and Bernadeschi cuts in to help Jaquil or something like that. Team needs more time to adjust. It's been 11 matches. What do you mean more time to adjust? I mean, no. It's pretty damn obvious what they need to adjust. It's on John Herdman for having one plan. It's on John Herdman for not wanting to change his ideals. If it's broke, or I wouldn't say if it's broke, don't change. Like, we win our way or lose our way. No. There are different plans you should have. There should be a plan A, a plan B, a plan C. Not just one plan, and if it doesn't work, you're shit out of luck. And if the plan works, great, you've won a game. And people know what his plan is. They've seen it through CONCACAF since 2018, and they've seen it, hell, if you watch the women's game, you've seen it since freaking a decade. Right? Herdman's system has been the same for 10 years in 3 different spots in Canada. The women's game, the men's game, and Toronto FC. It's the same thing. I'm surprised he didn't get figured out going in to the Octo era, the Kings of CONCACAF era. Maybe they had to see it on the men's side before they figured it out. Point being is this. Herdman's stuck on one idea. He's stuck on one idea. That's that. That is that. Fix it. There's more to do. There's more to try. Plays forward. I legitimately, honestly, the review might just be a more tactical talk. I don't give a crap. I'm going to go there. Listen, what you've been hearing for the past 15, 20 minutes on this stream is going to be the review because there's barely anything to say about the game besides Orlando got the punch and we didn't. And we didn't play that badly. But again, there needs to be better. No joke. My review is going to be more of a tactical talk. You like tactics? This review is going to be the one for you because I'm not pissed enough to rant. I'm not happy with a loss, but I'm not mad with the performance Toronto put in, at least on the macro level. But again, or on the macro is bigger than micro. Yeah, macro level. Micro, yes, I'm pissed, but that's more of a tactical talk than a yelling at the players because they played like shit. But again, to me personally, there needs to be I like John Herdman's foundational ideas. I like the 3-back, but there's a lot that you could do. I think there's a couple of systems. Like I like John Herdman's foundational principles. I like the Gegenpress. I like how Pep rotates his players. I like the Thiago Motta 2-7-2. More of a trust in your players. There's a reason why I reposted that Thiago Motta 2-7-2 video on TikTok. He could have lost at home. Oh, that would be way worse. No, that would have made me scream. That would have pissed me off. It's hard to win on the road in MLS. It really is. That's the one thing that gives me a little bit of a. It's a 1-0 loss on the road against a team who's been semi-good, who's on our level at times. Like they're going down, we're going up. We're meeting in the middle. You know, losing on the road is a normal thing in MLS. If this was at home, I'd be like, how do we not win that game? But since it's on the road, I totally understand the fact that it's 1 and we're losing by 1. I get it. I mean, it's our fault. If you want to look at, like you want to dig down into everything, yeah, it's our fault. It definitely is. But, I mean, yeah, we got dunked on by Duncan McGuire, but we got Tyrese Spicer coming on for Raul Petretta. Matty Longstaff's about to come on. And even if we win or draw, I'm still going to do a tactical talk because you know what? I've seen enough. Playing forward. Messi scored. He scored 2. 70th minute. Header. Good. No positioning, though. As always. Leafs 1-0. Oh, it's only 1 at the end of 1? Shit. I thought, well, the way I was reading the thread, I thought it was like 3. Kyle Smith and Luis Muriel coming on for Orlando. So we have Rafael Santos coming off for Kyle Smith in the 70th minute. And we got Luis Muriel coming on for Duncan McGuire. How's the useless doing? Not great. No, you know what? You might be right. Derek Etienne is useless. But then again, he's been playing in MLS Next Pro recently, so yeah, maybe. I'm still thinking about how much potential he had back in like 2019 when we made the move. Forgetting that that was 5 years ago. Dude had a lot of potential at one point. I still look at him like that because COVID's really screwed up my perception of time. I think it screwed up everybody's. With that being said, I think you could get some out of Derek Etienne Jr. if you had the right coaching. Again, positional rotations, I think, would be something, at least I think, that he could be good at. I mean, with a Red Bull style, the fact he came through there. Shot, blocked away. Shot, and past the post by Longstaff. Well, at least they're taking shots. It takes taking shots. Matty Longstaff for Alonzo Cuello, Tyrese Spicer for Al Petretta. Yep. That was the sub. So we've used 3 with 1 more window and 2 subs. Orlando's used 3 windows and 4 subs. So they have no subs left. We have 2 subs left in 1 window. Let's see. How is the Chicago game versus Atlanta? Yeah, Miami's beating New England. There it is. Goal kick, 72nd minute. But he's definitely not having the best performance, best first impression for Etienne. Still 0-0 between Chicago and Atlanta. Okay. Oh. And that's a bad tackle by Longstaff. But the more movement in the team, especially if you have a clogged up wing and no number 10, the more movement you could put into your team and put the defense on the back foot is a good thing. And again, there's not enough movement. Like, of course, there's line movement. They move in line, but they don't move as a player. They don't move as a figure. They move in a line. They move in a line. They move their lines. They push their lines. They pull their lines. See, they pull their blocks. And I'm not too much of a fan of that. They had no tactics. Now they have 1 tactic. That's the only difference. They need like 3 or 4. But not like using all, well, depends. But they need more than 1 tactic. At least they have tactics now. Or a tactic. They had none under Bradley. They had none under Bradley. With Herdman, they have a tactic, and Dunfield. But again, if you want to go back, well, no, I guess you can't because Apple TV. You could look them up, actually. I think if you search the matches from certain years, they will show up after 2022. There are older matches on Apple TV. At least highlights of every season, but there are some older full-length matches, I think up to 2020. But if you look up the 2021 matches post-Armas into Perez, you sort of see what I'm talking about. I still personally think Javier Perez was the best football this team has played since Vanny left. To be totally honest, at least in quality on the pitch. The wins sometimes came. I still think, actually, I think Javier Perez still won more games than Bradley and Herdman and Dunfield. I still think he won more games than all 3. And Armas. He might have actually, hold on, I need to look. I think he did all comps. I think he's won more games than all 4 of them. I think he did. I think he did. And speaking of, congratulations to Javier Perez on getting the Academy Director job of Atlanta United, by the way. Congratulations to him, because he deserves it. Let me see. Where in the world is Insigne? Hurt. Playing forward. Let me get my charger. But before we do that, 7 wins. Javier Perez had 7 wins all comps in 26 matches. Bradley. Well, he got him to a Can Champ final. No, Bradley might have more, actually, but... damn. I know, but always hurt. Actually, no, Bradley might have. Actually, wait. Well, he has more than Bradley did last year. Where's the coaches? Where's the coaches portion? Here we go. Bob Bradley had 14 wins. Oh, well, damn. Yeah, that was 11 wins in 2022. Yeah, 2022 did most of the heavy lifting there. He only had 3 in 2023. Honestly, it didn't feel like 2022 had 11 wins. Or 10 wins. Yeah, 11 wins. It didn't feel like it. Cozy Thompson coming on. Thanks to the Canadian Championship, I guess. 2 wins. And that little August run. So, Perez did get doubled by Bradley. Dunfield only has 1. Herdman has 5. We did get 8 draws with Perez, too. Well, Bradley's record was better than I thought. Davey Flores off for Kobe Franklin. What? Okay. Cozy Thompson on as well. It didn't feel like Bradley got 14 wins over his whole tenure. It did not feel like that at all. I watched every game. Of his tenure, yes. It didn't feel like it. That is honestly... I know it shouldn't be shocking because I watched them all, but it doesn't feel like it. Is it weird that I don't feel like it was 14 wins in his whole tenure? Oh, I remember Dunfield's 1 win. So that's why you fact check live. I still think Javier Perez played the best football, or had the best football played since Vanny. I don't even think Herdman's football is better, to be totally honest, at least on quality-wise and the tactics of it. To be totally honest. So again, you want to see what I'm talking about? This team has played a system, not exactly like what mine would be, like what I ideally would do, but Javier Perez is similar. I mean, there was positional rotation. They all moved. The players kept moving. They never stopped moving. I think, but again, look back at those games. So from the New England Revolution game on in 2021, look back at those, because that's a little bit more like you throw the tenets of what Herdman does, what Perez did, what Pep does, what you throw all that together, what Regogli does for Morocco, what Mota does for Bologna, what Klopp and Pep do. You put all those together, that's what you get. What I would do. Movement's a core tenet in what I would do. You got to be moving all the time, 100%. I didn't say running. I said moving. because I'm not saying full sprint. Sometimes you have to, but keep on the balls of your feet, you know? Don't stay flat-footed, because I see some flat-footed. Stay on the balls of your feet, hot feet. Be ready to make a move. Be ready to drop the shoulder. Be ready to take a step in, step out, because who's to say? Be ready to cut in. Be ready to pull back. Not that I'd want to, but, you know, I still say TFC were overstretching on our last signing. I would have just waited for the summer window. Yeah, Etienne wasn't our main target. They've admitted that as much. He wasn't our main target. He wasn't the guy we were looking for, but he was a backup target. I say personally, should have just let it be. He's not a number 10, okay? He's not a number 10. And since you aren't going to do positional rotations, or at least he can play number 10 if you needed to, but you're not going to do that. But if he could cut in and play position-wise, point being is he's not a starter anyway. I mean, he's really just what Latif Blessing would be, except 4 inches taller and maybe plays more. We still have Cassius Malula. What the hell are you doing? Frankly, what the hell are you doing? Like, I mean, we already have Cassius Malula. Now, at least in John Herdman's defense, in Jason Hernandez's defense, which I don't know why I'm doing this, but in their defense, Cassius Malula should have scored 2 or 3 goals against Simcoe the way he was playing. Maybe that's why we got a guy like Derek Etienne Jr., because if Cassius Malula is as good as people say he is a live wire, but he had really a couple of good chances against Simcoe. He should have had more than 1 goal. He really should have. If that's what they were looking at, got it. But again, offside. That'd be a free kick, 83rd minute, 1-0. Again, I agree. I think they were overstretching. I'm more of a fan, or at least I was a fan of Derek Etienne Jr.'s potential back in 2019. I knew he had good potential. As of now, no. As of now, no. Because, you see, I just don't – he didn't get to where I thought he would be 5 years ago. Yeah, he is sort of an overstretch as a backup option. I don't know why they did it, but – and he's not really showing that they should have done it. It's not – I think he would fit in a more movement-based system because he played for the damn Red Bulls. What are they based on? Movement. Right. So, I mean, again, I think, here's my point. A lot of tactics in football and teams, really good teams, nowadays have positional rotations. They move. They don't stop. They don't stop running. They don't stay off. They don't stop staying on the balls of their feet. They don't stop having a hot foot, ready to drop the shoulder. Look at Columbus. Look at Man City. Look at Liverpool. Look at Feyenoord. My point being, this Toronto FC legitimately, you know what? Yeah, I'll say it again. Toronto and Chelsea are in a very similar situation. And if you noticed, the way that Chelsea plays is similar to how Toronto plays. They don't have enough movement. And sadly for Toronto, they don't have a Cole Palmer-like figure that could, well, I guess that would have been Insigne, but then he pulled his hammy again. But whatever. I guess so. Insigne looked like he was about to be that Cole Palmer-like figure that carried the team. At least in MLS, that could really help you. But not so much. Free kick for Toronto. But again, '86 minute. Chelsea tied today, though. Okay, Aston Villa played like shit. Aston Villa plays at their best. Guess what? Hate to tell you, Chelsea loses. Aston Villa legit played like shit today. They played down to Chelsea. They played down to them. It was, I was like, Jesus H. Seriously. I mean, how do you, they played down to them. I mean, I guess it's good for Chelsea. It got them a point, but Jesus Christ. They just got curb stomped by Arsenal. And Aston Villa's like, yeah, no, we won't. No. They could do the same thing. They did not. Header, goal, goal, goal. Tyrese Spicer ties the game. It's 1-1. Tyrese Spicer. Third goal of his career. The rookie again. Tyrese Spicer. Scored against Simcoe. Scores again. 2 in a row. Good header by Tyrese Spicer. Found it. Let's go. 1-1. Now, don't Tobias time yourselves, guys. I'll take a draw. Without this game's went, yeah, I'll take a draw on the road. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll take a draw on the road. Yeah. What a header by Tyrese Spicer. Beats Gayese. 87th minute. As soon as he came on, Toronto was trying more. He deserves it. Yeah, because Tyrese Spicer is awesome. But yeah, I agree. They started to look a bit better since Tyrese Spicer came on. He's a good player. He's another live wire. I think Tyrese Spicer is a live wire. Him and Cassius Malula both. That's why I don't understand the move for Etienne Jr., though, because, I mean, Tyrese Spicer is a left back. He could also be on the wing, especially with Insigne hurt. But why? But him and Cassius Malula are both live wires. Etienne, on the other hand, he was 5 years ago. He isn't anymore. And, I mean, Tyrese Spicer's a rookie, and he scored 3 goals already. He scored 3 goals already. I mean, he's a good player. He's a live wire. Cassius Malula, I'm surprised he's only scored 1 because he puts in a lot of work. Why John Herdman has only given him 1 start and 1 other appearance in the league, I don't know. And then you go and sign Derek Etienne Jr. when you have Tyrese Spicer and Cassius Malula, which I guess is already overkill or surplus to requirements. But then you got a guy who was that guy 5 years ago, but isn't anymore. For no reason. When your main target on deadline day is like, nah, falls through. Then you go for a guy who's been on Atlanta United, but now playing MLS Next Pro games ever since Jande Silva got there. TFC goal. Wait, they again? Again? Bernadeschi. Cross. Prince Owuzu, goal! Holy shit, we lead! Holy shit, we're winning! Oh my God! Prince Owuzu with a header. Bernadeschi lofts it, and Toronto's winning 2-1. Out of nowhere! Out of nowhere! Out of nowhere! 3 points are in Toronto's hands right before stoppage time. Prince Owuzu with another goal. Bernadeschi with the assist. Dear Lord. And Gayese just let that one in. What the hell? Did we just Tobias time somebody? Did we just turn the tables? Holy shit. That normally happens to us. Did we just turn the tables or what? Oh my God. No, I'm still going to complain about the tactics, but okay. At least we got the 3 points. I'm still complaining about the tactics, though. Maybe not as long as I would have. Not as long as I would have if we lost or drew, but I'm still going to talk about the tactics. Holy Lord. 90th minute, 2-1. 1-2 TFC. Now, hold on for 5 minutes, please. But again, now a draw is going to suck. Now if we draw, it's going to suck ass. What are we doing? I can't believe we just Tobias timed somebody. We did it. Instead of us getting Tobias timed, we went and Tobias timed them. I agree. Tyrese Spicer and Prince Owusu are tough as nails. They work their asses off. I mean, they work their asses off. Prince Owusu, he's not a prolific starting striker. He can score, but it's because he works his ass off. He's not technically, how do I put this? He's got a good head on his shoulders. He's a hard worker that's got a good head on his shoulders. That's why he scores goals. But once it hits, once he's on a good run of form, he's on a good run of form. That's how it's kind of worked with him in the 2 Bundesliga and all that. He's on a good run of form. He's working hard, and he's got a good head on his shoulders. Technically, he's not the most gifted striker, but are most strikers most technically gifted? I mean, who am I kidding? Josie Altidore is not really technically gifted. Even when he was killing it in 2017, he was not technically gifted. He was a good finisher. He didn't press as much, though, but he was a good finisher. Prince Owusu, you know, call me crazy. 2 minutes of stoppage time. You know, he sort of is what Josie used to be, but with added pressing. He kind of is. But you take away some of the goal scoring to add the pressing, you know. You knock down the goal scoring slider to add some pressing, you know. That's basically what he is. He's Josie with like 25% worse goal scoring, so you could add that 25% to the pressing, you know. Yeah, we'll go with it. We'll go with it. I think I'll agree with it. Yeah, we'll go with it. If Josie pressed like that, he would have been even better, to be totally honest, for us. So you know what? Yeah, I'll take a little bit lower of a goal scoring output just to have the pressing. I can't say Prince Owusu would be Josie if Josie was perfect, but you know, close. Yeah, close. I actually like that comparison. I don't know about you, but I like that comparison. Yeah. I like it. I think it's a good comparison. I don't know. Do you agree? I really want to know if people agree with that one. I don't think I'm talking out of my ass. I think that's a good comparison. 2 minutes. We're into the 94th minute. As long as we don't get scored on, we get 3 points. 6 wins. 5 wins in the league. 6 wins all comps if we hold for another minute. Let's go. Header. Let it go for a corner. Okay, good. Right now, that would mean we are 4th place. 4th place. They drew Montreal, Columbus. Holy shit, we're 4th place in the East then. Columbus couldn't job Montreal. Hey, we won that we're above them. You know what? Screw it. Goal kick, 30 seconds. Montreal are 11th. 4th place. Holy, that means we will host a first round. We'll have home field advantage if the season ended today. Of course, it doesn't. We still have 24 more matches, but if the season ended today, we'd have home field advantage in the playoffs, the first round of the playoffs. From wooden spoon to home field advantage. That sounds good to me. 95th minute, header. When the whistle is blown, that'll be a free kick. Hold the hell on, boys. Hold the hell on. 2 headers that Pedro Gallese basically got nutmegged on. Soft serve. Saved. 2 soft serve headers by Pedro Gallese leads to Toronto winning the match, but they worked for those, so you know. And it's full time. Toronto FC wins 2-1. Holy Jesus. They left it late, but they Tobias timed somebody instead of getting Tobias timed. I'll take it. Dame la victoria. Dame los puntos. I love that meme. I love that meme. 2-1 Toronto. I think if you've been on the Liga MX Reddit, you've seen that meme. This is where I found it that made the Toronto version. But whatever. Toronto wins 2-1. They gut one out. Stop celebrating like you won the cup. But yeah, you can be happy, but you gutted it out. Don't celebrate like you won the cup. I still have tactical questions, and I'm going to cover those. Or tactical thoughts. I'm still going to cover those. But hey, Toronto won. 3 points. Top 4 in the East. 5 wins all in MLS. 6 wins all comps. We've beaten our MLS wins record from last year. That's probably what they're celebrating. And we've extended over our all comps wins record from last year. So we have 1 more win than we did last year in MLS. We have 2 more wins than we did all comps. Hey, it's been a good week and a half, hasn't it? Well, no, it would be a week because Saturday, Wednesday, Saturday. It's been a good week. With that being said, TFC wins 2-1, 1-2. That's a good bounce back from 4-0 last year in Orlando. With that being said, if you like the stream, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribed. Send super chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put us in playlist. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I'll see you within the hour for the review of this match. I'm just happy they ended up getting it. That's amazing. That's amazing. With that being said, I'll see you later. I'm Ryan and I'm out. Peace. There you go.